Hello and welcome to today's Web News, where we'll be taking a look at some of the stories making the online headlines. Coming up on today's show, families of passengers on board the missing Malaysian Airlines flight hope for a miracle. A worldwide NGO push to save Syrian children. And 3 Rubiks Cube solved underwater in 1 minute. It's been more than 72 hours. Where are you? Come home fast, Dad. It's the only thing I want. We're still waiting for you. These are just some of the heart-rending messages, some with photos, Myra Elizabeth Nari's posted to Twitter over the past few days. They're addressed to her father, Andrew Nari, a steward on Malaysia Airlines flight MH370, which lost contact with ground control at the weekend and has been missing ever since. Family members of passengers and crew on board flight MH370 are indeed hoping for a miracle and are trying to remain positive as they cope with this difficult ordeal. Twitter user Afiq Abhamid says his brother's the co-pilot on the missing plane, and the only thing families can do now is pray for a happy ending. Izzat Nazli has posted a similar sentiment and is praying for a miracle, and for his uncle Swaid, a passenger on the Malaysian Airlines flight, to come home safe and sound. He describes his surprise upon discovering a family member was on board and how he'll be looking after his uncle's children until he returns. UK NGO Save the Children has produced a 90-second commercial reminding people the violence in Syria is ongoing and very real. The ad imagines how life would change for a little girl from London if the UK experienced the same conflict as Syria. The hard-hitting video has certainly created a buzz online, racking up 21 million views and counting since it was released last week. The organisation hopes the spot will prompt online donations for Syrian children caught up in the conflict, as an estimated 5 million children are in dire need of food, medical treatment and warm clothing. The NGO also reports on its website that 7,000 Syrian children have been killed since the start of the unrest, and 1 million have been forced to flee to a neighbouring country. American NGO World Vision International sought first-hand accounts from these displaced children to release a video. We see several young refugees describe their ordeals, bloodshed they've witnessed, and their fears for loved ones still in Syria. A group of humanitarian organisations have launched an e-petition as part of the No Lost Generation campaign. It's available in several languages and calls on the international community to do everything in its power to protect children from the violence as the conflict in Syria approaches its 3rd anniversary. Web users have been posting under the Kampa Showen hashtag, which translates from Swedish to Fight Showen. Anti-homophobia campaigner and supporter of Malmo football club Showen is said to be in a critical condition after being stabbed and beaten by a neo-Nazi group over the weekend. There's been an outpouring of support from Swedish web users, wishing him a speedy recovery and calling for his attackers to be severely punished. Liver, a social network for inebriated souls. This has been a hot topic online over the past few days, a platform that can only be accessed when you're drunk, thanks to a breathalyzer accessory linked to your smartphone. A crazy concept, which it turns out is a hoax, dreamt up by American video maker Brandon Block. He took to the Mashable website to say he wanted to fool the media. The My Day with Leo Instagram account pays a light-hearted tribute to the Leo mania of the 90s, with cut-out pictures of a younger Leonardo DiCaprio in a variety of roles, photographed in different spots across New York City, the subway, for example, or a fast food restaurant. And the anonymous photographer behind the account has put the creations up for sale via an online boutique. Kevin Hayes from the US thought the Rubiks Cube needed to be a bit more challenging. So he decided to solve 3 in a row, underwater, in 1 minute. An astonishing feat that you can see for yourself on the St. Louis-based students' YouTube page.